Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, and indeed this is a live news show for movie fans where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day, including a bunch of trailers with Nicolas Cage. Yes, Nicolas Cage, the man of many faces. He's got a trailer out for A24, something called Dream Scenario. Fascinating. We'll take a look at that. I do like dreams. He's got an older movie coming out called Butcher's Crossing. Take a look at another trailer called Sicko. MCU, what's going on with there? We got some headlines there that we should take a look at. The Spider-Man trilogy. The Loki Season 2 premiere date. Chris Evans says he agrees with Quentin Tarantino that he's not really the star of Captain America. Fascinating. And we got some news about the Taylor Swift movie. We got early buzz from the creator. Enough with the spiel, James. Let's just get into it. Dream Scenario. Right up off the top. Dream Scenario trailer. Nicolas Cage stars in A24's nightmare comedy. What is that? Looks like he's got some Freddy Krueger claws on there. Nicolas Cage as Freddy Krueger? Dream Scenario. Why not? Let's go over to, well, actually first, why not just take a look at this trailer, James? Yeah. A24. What it looks like he's a professor or something here. Very intriguing. I do like the concept of dreams, and he's going to those places again, right? Like where he's actually being allowed to act and get into a character, which I really like. Not just doing the Nicolas Cageisms that we all like, but actually doing his craft, which I really like. And he does spend a lot of time getting into characters, finding the scenes. So what is this? Dream Scenario, A24. Let's check it out.
Why does the zebra look the way it does?
So embarrassing.
Hey,
A zero?
focus.
Is this how it went?
No, it's different now.
Oh, you've been on my mind recently.
Yeah?
Because you keep popping up in my dreams.
Yeah.
You don't do anything, you're just there.
Huh. That's weird.
Person.
Who dreams of Nicolas
Remarkable
Cage?
nobody. I've also had that experience.
Do you have a picture?
They're like, that's the person that I've been dreaming about. My God. I can't believe that. That guy, talking about Spider-Man, wasn't he originally supposed to play the Lizard in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies?
Have you been dreaming
Hey,
about
that guy.
I've been dreaming about you.
Yeah.
Have a nice day, he says, right? Ladies' man?
Somebody wants to interview me.
This is strange. Maybe you should take a minute and think before you do anything drastic.
Very interesting.
Why me? I don't know. I'm special, I guess.
Nicolas Cage is pitch perfect. Hold on. My, for some reason, playback speed went up to a little bit fast. We also got some Cranberries music in the background, so that might get me copyright claimed. Sorry. Yeah, that. What the heck is going on there? Hold on. Freddy Krueger claws, huh?
Wish I was the one people were dreaming about.
Me too.
Is that Michael Cera?
No,
It is.
It's something.
Again, we just talked about Michael
We're
Cera
not even
yesterday.
the people that like attention, you know?
Do you think other
That,
people are seeing you naked?
Maybe thousands.
Naked. Do you want to see Nicolas Cage naked? Yeah, we were talking about Michael Cera yesterday, saying that he does have some dramatic chops in there, and it's cool to see him doing a lot more dramatic pieces. So I'm curious about that. Let's continue on.
I hope I'm behaving through your dreams.
Oh, no, you're not.
So I'm finally cool, huh?
I didn't say
You
that.
hear that, Janet? She's saying I'm a cool dad.
There's a little bit of Nicolas Cage coming through, right?
With fire here.
Thing to them.
He's not actually doing anything to them, except he's beating some of them over the head. Okay, so now that was very Nicolas Cage, right?
With some less
That was
desirable
good.
side effects. You should be prepared for that.
Maybe we should cool this thing off.
What? What do you mean?
It's embarrassing.
So is he trying to inspire people to dream about him?
So, guess I'll see you in my dreams.
Yeah. Of course not.
Cool, man. Dream scenario. Coming soon. Good trailer. Let's get to that part where he's like charging towards the camera, because that got me. Yeah, so do you guys have any idea what this is about? He's like beating people over the head with
To them.
bottles? Like that. That's like before the scene takes, it's like, okay, Nick, just go for it. Give us what you got. So this girl's like dreaming of him killing her or something? That's cool.
You know,
An instant classic. Yeah, it's got me intrigued. What are people saying about this in the comments? Let's see. Nicolas Cage is such a great actor. He just has to be in the right film. Finally, a movie with Nicolas Cage in people's dreams. Yes. As someone who saw this movie, I can vouch that it's one of my favorite movies of the year and only gets better, really. Must have been at some film festivals or something, yeah? Already 441, yeah. Does anyone else get filled with immense joy every time Nicolas Cage trailer drops? Oh yeah, we're talking about Nicolas Cage today here for sure. It's all Nicolas Cage. This is sort of movies Hollywood should focus on, smaller budget, high concept stuff. I'm definitely interested. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think we need right now. This feels like a breath of fresh air. Because yeah, it is probably a smaller budget and well, it's A24 and it's high concept. So it doesn't need to make a huge amount of money to be successful. It's not like a big tentpole kind of film, and I dig that. So let's go over to the IMDb in here and take a look at the cast for this. Nicolas Cage, Paul Matthews, Lily Bird, Sophie Matthews. So he's got a daughter. Janet Matthews, Julianne Nicholson is his wife. Hannah Matthews, so he's got 2 daughters. So was that one of his daughters that was dreaming about him coming through the door there? Must have been, right? Yeah, so is that must be one of his daughters dreaming about him. Oh my God, this is crazy. So what does the synopsis read? A hapless family man finds his life turned upside down when millions of strangers suddenly start seeing him in their dreams. When his nightmare appearances take a nightmarish turn, Paul is forced to navigate his newfound stardom. Well, color me intrigued. Tim Meadows, yeah, that's the ladies' man, right? Dylan Baker, Richard. Very fascinating, guys. Nightmare comedy. Yeah. November 10th. 2023 is the release date for this, guys, in theaters. Now, it didn't say that on the actual trailer, did it? Did we watch to the final bit? Did we? Did we? Yes, we did, because it just says coming soon there. But we got an article saying November 10th, 2024. Yeah, dream scenario, guys. Did you guys check out that trailer? If you did, let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. We're a movie news show here. We talk about all these topics here. If you like that and you want to see more, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Check out the channel Mirror Domains, and I'll see you next time. So I'll cut that out and put that up separately. Good trailer, Mill. Really good trailer. Let's take some live comments. Chris Schober, is your reaction of Star Wars Ahsoka going to be tomorrow? Of course it is. It's always tomorrow. Why would it be today? I'm not going to log on at 12 o'clock at night. DC said that they're recasting Wolverine's character for Deadpool 3, James. Well, they're not going to be recasting Hugh Jackman because he's already shot a lot of scenes for Deadpool 3, but they could be bringing in the MCU. Actually, to tell you the truth, we're probably going to see different versions of Wolverine in that because there's going to be different versions of characters in that. So that wouldn't shock me if there's 2 different Wolverines. Those crocodiles look big in that, and I would want to come face to face. What? Crocodiles? What the heck are you talking about? Have I seen one? Yes. All right. Where are we at? Let's continue on. The Creator. Early buzz is coming in for the Gareth Edwards movie. Let's talk about this. The Creator first reactions revealed Gareth Edwards' sci-fi pick comes out at the end of the month here, guys. The Creator, about AI and robots or something. It had its first press screening Monday, and we got some early buzz. September 29th is when this comes out. I did like the trailers for it. Is it John David Washington, right, is the main character in this? In the film, Washington stars as Joshua. I understand. I don't know why it's called that. Probably because that's what Yahshua was originally. Whatever. Anyway, a hardened ex-special forces agent grieving the disappearance of his wife, who is recruited to hunt down and kill the Creator, the elusive architect of advanced AI who has developed a mysterious weapon with the power to end the war and mankind itself. Fascinating. It's written by Edwards and Chris Witz. A story by Edwards. Yes. So we got some reactions that are saying The Creator is astonishingly good. Best film of the year. Best sci-fi film in ages. Well, that's quite the boast. Gareth Edwards flips expectations really impressively for a visceral, touching, and creative story of humanity. Genuinely loved it. You have to see this one. Well, I will be seeing this one. Gareth Edwards doesn't miss The Creator. The movie takes place alongside Terminator 2, Alien, and Star Wars as absolute smashing examples of how sci-fi can parallel our world. It's easily among the best films of the year. Well, yeah, I am looking forward to it. I had watched the trailers. I did like them. But I think I said it yesterday too, where it's kind of like, I'm not feeling the buzz. So maybe this will help get me a little bit more energized for this film. I'm just not losing my, I'm just not losing my mind with excitement over it, right? The Creator is a masterful piece of original sci-fi. That's good to hear. Gareth Edwards is one of our great filmmakers, a soulful, nuanced, Lucas-like interrogation of human beliefs, biases, and our insecurity in the face of something greater. Yeah, I think it's because I got vibes of like Children of Men kind of from it. It's like a doomsday kind of thing. Yeah, AI is taking over the world. We got to fight it. Humans are going to be extinct kind of thing because the robots are creating human-like forms of us. It's breathtakingly beautifully shot from the trailers. So. And we know that Gareth Edwards is a visionary. I don't believe all the reports that Rogue One was a hot mess before they came in and redid it. I don't believe those reports. I believe that those reports are blown out of proportion. But we know that it did go through extensive reshoots to change the ending. Anyway, whatever. Let's not get sidetracked here. Perry Nemiroff, we trust her. Visually, The Creator is phenomenal. If you want a cinematographer on the rise to keep your eye on, it's Oren Soffer. This movie is one frame after the next. Is one stunning frame after the next. Well, yeah, that's what you got from the trailers, right? That it looks stunning. Anybody else here that I want? This is like a big page of people's X accounts. Twitter accounts. We'll talk about that later on in the show too, about you may have to start paying for X regardless of your use. It's apparently may not be a free use platform anymore, and that will absolutely crash. It's already crashing and burning already. Twitter is Elon Musk, if he wants to try to save or have any kind of redemption on it, he's got to get his name off of it. He can't have any input in it whatsoever. And then you might get some people coming back to it, but it's out the door. It's on its way out. It's really stunning how the fall of X has been. Caitlin Tyrell says, thought-provoking, full of heart and stunning visuals with masterful world building. The Creator is a true sci-fi epic, and Madeline Una Voiles is an absolute star. Okay, so people are really digging it. So do we got some tomato meter? No action yet? No. It comes out next week, guys. So not this Thursday, or not this Friday, but the Friday after that. So 2 weeks, week and a half away still. 2 hours and 13 minutes. I don't really care about that. I'm still really looking forward to this. I think that this starting to get me a little bit hyped, man. I think this will be one of the better movies of September for sure, at least visually. Little notes of Chappie in there, but that's fine. Robots fighting each other, people betting on it, kind of thing. Well, we already have robot wars right now, so that's not that far out there. But like the enemy being this child kind of thing, that's where I'm getting like Children of Men kind of vibe in the post-apocalyptic scenario. You heard me say that before. The cast is interesting. Yeah, the creator. Early buzz. People are digging it, man. People are liking it. Are you guys excited for this? I'm just going to pull up the IMDb here and take a look at that cast because very interesting. Gemma Chan. Okay. Allison Janney. So that was Allison Janney that we saw. That's her. Yeah. I was like, I got to check out the IMDb because of that. Ken Watanabe. Yeah, we know that he's in it. Cool, man. So the early buzz for the creator. Very good. Very, very good. It gives some Star Wars Rogue One vibes. I watched it and I love the trailers, James. They released a Nicolas Cage trailer for something called Butcher's Crossing. Really? Huh? Really? Yeah. All right, moving on. Taylor Swift movie. Yeah, you guys, you know that I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, right? She was going to direct, well, she is going to direct her own movie. We got some headlines here to take a look at. 10 reasons why she's ready to direct her first Hollywood movie. Well, it's because, one of my reasons I said is because she's directed a lot of her music videos. So like there was just a stage in her career where she just took over all of her music videos and started to write and direct them. And it's given her experience. She's directed a short film with Sadie Sink, right? And Dylan O'Brien, was it? So she's getting work under her belt. And one thing that you hear her talk about, the experience of directing music videos and stuff, she likes it. She likes it a lot. And she likes its storytelling. And you hear that in her lyrics, that she likes to tell stories and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see what she's going to come up with for her full-length movie. Of course, she's doing the Eras Tour for the next year and a half because she goes over to Europe next year. But she's got time to work on the script on the side and craft it out like that. So she's an accomplished writer. Yes, she is. She spends a lot of time working with her lyrics, with stories and stuff like that. So that's cool. Yeah. She's an award-winning director, yeah, for her music videos. Like this, just seeing her working with the lens, trying to frame a shot, that inspires me. It does, about her. She's not afraid of a challenge. It's finally happening. I've been waiting for years for it. Taylor Swift's over. No, she's not. She's not over. And she's not afraid to speak her mind, especially when she's got such a big platform, such a big wide fan base. She's bound to say things that'll be eventually not taken the right way, or but she's endured, and that's great. She holds people accountable. We all heard horror stories of Hollywood chewing people up in vile ways and spitting them back out. When it comes to Taylor Swift, though, Hollywood system isn't going to be able to do that. Not only because she's already a megastar, but she isn't afraid to hold people accountable to their actions. Good. Case in point, yeah, and then there's some defamation suits. And then, of course, how she took control of her music and stuff like that. She has a built-in fan base. People will go see it simply because of her name behind it. Because people are curious. They want to see her create stuff. She's a shrewd business person. Yeah. Talking about taking over her music, re-recording her albums, removing that from the machine that is the industry. She knows how to act. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And she was in that movie last year, right? Amsterdam. I liked Amsterdam. I was one of the few people that actually did. A lot of it had to do with her because she has an event in it that starts out the film's main story points. And it's shocking what happens. Yeah, and she's God, she's awesome. She's just outright awesome. Her work ethic is second to none. Yeah, she works hard all the time, working on music and all that stuff. Is that her without makeup? She's a marketing genius. Yeah. Yeah, somebody said on social media the other day, even during the concerts, apparently, she'll stop like halfway through and say, join the fan page, buy this merchandise and stuff like that. She's constantly berating people over that. And it's in a way that apparently it doesn't feel like it's like tacky. Because if you're constantly promoting Watch Mirror Domains movie news every minute and a half, it gets a little bit, well, like, it wears out its welcome, right? And she does it in cool ways. She finds out inventive ways of doing it. So I appreciate her for that. She can handle criticisms. Yeah, no, she definitely can. Making her, anybody she dates sign a prenup, or not a prenup, a non-disclosure agreement, right? It's like, you can't talk about our date. You can't do that or anything like that. And it's like, okay, hey, if I'm going out with Taylor Swift, of course I'll sign that. What will we do? Probably go to a movie. That's what we would do. Yeah, of course. All right. What's another headline? That Taylor Swift Eras movie is coming out, guys. And I got my tickets. But apparently, according to MovieWeb, Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour movie might not be as successful as according to a new report. Oh? Well, it all sold out. So what are you talking about? Taylor Swift's new concert film, The Eras Tour, has broken pre-sale records, surpassing, Marvel and DC titles. However, a report suggests the film may not have widespread appeal once it hits theaters. No, I don't think so. People still want that, clamoring for that tickets. In fact, I was just thinking about it this morning. If I'm showing up at the theater and there's people like, oh, I can't get my tickets, I might even just offer my ticket for double the price, obviously. $50. $50 and you can go see it. You can have my seat. And I got a good seat. So it's kind of like, bring the cheddar. I don't mind scalping there a little bit. Why not? Because I know that movie will be out in, there'll be other chances for me to see it, but probably not. I'm going to see it. October 13th, guys. So what's this report? On the first day, it broke records. However, a new report, according to Quorum, who pulled off their own polling about the interest of seeing the film, the site's conclusion, the film will only attract fans of the artist, which means it won't be reaching such a wide audience, limiting its great success to pre-sale process. Well, it's possible. The thing is that it's also only going to be playing on the weekends. They're not going to be playing it out through the week. So there is going to be limited seating. Her fans will be wanting to be there. This is one of the few movies that will be full. The theater will actually be full, including all the seats down in the front. And that hasn't happened to me in a long while. The last one that I think where that happened, and not even all the seats in the front were full. Like some of the very edge seats down in the very front where you can barely see the screen at all, was Spider-Man No Way Home. Avengers Endgame was packed. Absolutely no seats. This will be packed. Absolutely no seats will be available. And yes, that goes for all the big blockbusters that have been out for the years, for the last, like Barbie, Oppenheimer, Super Mario. None of them were packed. They were full, but not packed. And I kind of enjoy that, actually. I like it when it's not packed. But this is going to be packed. So I don't know. I'm a little bit dubious about that. And it's only running for 4 weeks or something. So I'm a little bit dubious about that. What do you guys think about those Taylor Swift headlines? We've been ranting on about her for a little bit too long. So let's move on to Fast 10 or Fast 11, Fast 10 Part 2, whatever you want to call it. Fast X has Fast and Furious 11 clues. Director cites one scene viewers should focus on. Well, Louis Leterrier, I would say that you should focus on this, that Fast 10 was not a box office success because it cost $350 million plus to produce. And then you got to think of marketing costs and the theater percentages taking away from that. Let's say it probably had to make around 700 million just to break even. So I wouldn't call Fast 10 a smashing success, but he's got clues. He's got big ambitions for Fast 10 Part 2. And I'm like, geez, guys. And Fast 10 was not something where is it really something that you need to meticulously pick apart, looking for clues as to what the next story is going to be about? Not really. It's just going to be Dom taking on Jason Momoa. And then guess what's going to happen? Jason Momoa is going to become a good guy all of a sudden. I was misguided in trying to kill you and get revenge for my father. Let's be friends. It's like, no. Anyway, that's just my gripes with the film. Let's just see what he said. Listen to what is said. Listen to the dialogue. I think people enjoy the visuals and the flair and the fun and everything. But there are some scenes that are designed where the conversations, the threats are real. When something sticks out, it's for a reason. I'm not talking about one scene in particular. Okay, well then what the hell are you talking about, man? The moment where Cypher enters Dom and Letty's house, whatever she says will inform everything. Well, I do remember that scene. Okay, so that was some clues to Fast 10. If you're a fan of this franchise, I know I turn people off by using the Fast franchise as my punching bag. I know I do, because the fan base is there more on the international level than domestically. We've kind of figured it out. We know what we're being sold now. It's sadly worn out its welcome a little bit domestically. Well, at least that's my perception of it. But if you were wanting a clue for what Fast 11 is going to be about, guys, watch that scene again where she comes in and says, oh, we've got trouble with some, what was it? It was AI technology again, right? It was some AI thing that was taking over all the servers or something. I'll be honest, I wasn't there to watch it because of the subtext going on in the Fast and Furious movies. Even just saying that makes me laugh. Listen, the subtext of the Fast 10 franchise. It's like, for God's serious. I don't know. I know I turn off people talking about it like that because it does have its fan base. I apologize. Hourglass Vikings, Vin Diesel will do okay from F&F franchise. He could do a best clips of and release it in theaters and people would watch it. Well, yeah, that too. Talking about that, watching clips is what TikTok is. Would people go watch a movie where it was just a bunch of clips? I think so. And if they would watch a movie with a bunch of clips, and it doesn't have to be a long movie, like an hour and 20 minutes, you can get away with that. Would you watch a movie of clips of people reenacting scenes from famous movies, but with like recast? Everybody's got like fan castings for movies. What if we saw this movie, but this person was in there instead? That would be kind of interesting. Like, you don't have to reshoot the entire movie. Like, people say, well, don't remake Jaws because it was so perfect. Okay. But what if you saw a scene from Jaws where some character was all the characters were recast. And what if one of those characters was Nicolas Cage playing Quint? Maybe seeing Nicolas Cage do the SS Indianapolis scene, the boat scene. Like, that would be kind of cool. And that would be a clip of this bigger movie of clips of people reenacting scenes, famous scenes from movies that we liked. That would be a pain in the ass to get all the rights to do that, but that would be awesome to see. That's just my thoughts. Anyway, Christopher Landon said that Scream 7 is getting delayed again, James. Yeah, I don't doubt that. They can't be writing anything right now, so of course it's going to get delayed. People's attention spans have been conditioned to be shorter, instant gratification, and then swipe on. Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking clip movies, clips of things, right? I don't know. Anyway, just a thought. Curious. Let's move on. Pixar Success. Pixar's Elemental, originally dubbed a flop, beats Little Mermaid and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in Disney Plus debut. Okay, so just the Disney Plus debut. I misread this title. Originally dubbed a flop. Yeah, 486.7 worldwide at the box office. Elemental was, and it didn't start off all that well. Now this budget was like 200 million, so this did break even. Pushed a little bit into the profitable side, and it was a good movie. I really enjoyed Elemental. How did it fare to Little Mermaid? Little Mermaid did a little bit better, 569. Of course, Guardians did way better, 845 worldwide. So they're just talking about the Disney Plus premiere. Is Guardians of the Galaxy on Disney Plus now? Maybe we should do a watch along for that. I don't know. Yeah, people, I said that it was going to flop before I saw it. It was like, who's interested in seeing this? A flame and a water elemental kind of creature fall in love kind of thing. But it's about a lot more than just that. And it's one of those films where you just be like, do I want to watch this? Well, that's interesting. Wait a minute. Oh my God, am I enjoying this film? Am I enjoying Elemental? Yeah, it's one of those types of movies. It's just like, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So it got some redemption on Disney Plus. I saw that when we, what was I queuing up on Disney Plus the other day? Oh yeah, I was looking for some of those titles. And I saw that Elemental was splashed all over the front page, and Little Mermaid's now splashed over the front page. Maybe we should do that. I've already seen those. It wouldn't be really good to put that in part of our Grumpy Man Reacts kind of thing, because I've seen. I wanted to keep Grumpy Man Reacts for stuff that I haven't seen, right? Because a lot of this, I'd be watching these movies with you guys, and I would be praising a lot of stuff, which is fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Pixar Success, though. Just not on the big screen as much. It's made its money back barely. We'll see. All right, let's get into some MCU headlines. Spider-Man and Loki. Spider-Man. Marvel confirms the official name for Tom Holland's Spider-Man MCU trilogy. Well, I think most of us had already called it like the Homecoming trilogy or something. The Home trilogy, yeah, because each title had Homecoming, No Way Home. What was the other one? The middle one. Yeah. Spider-Man's original trilogy. Art. No Way Home. Okay, James, give me the second one. What's this? Far From Home. Yeah, Far From Home. Yeah, I like that one too. That had a lot to do with Jake Gyllenhaal, though. What does Spider-Man's future after the Home trilogy look like? And actually, to tell the truth, Far From Home made me realize that Zendaya, that's where she won me over as an actress. The Home trilogy. Not much exciting there, guys. I thought they were going to try to rename it something different. Is it going to be a trilogy? No, because there's going to be a fourth one. They're working on a fourth one. They told us that there's going to be a fourth Tom Holland. We know that. So, moving on. Loki Season 2 release date gets moved forward with new behind-the-scenes featurette. I think this must have broken yesterday during the Twitterverse or whatever, that this was getting moved up. Its premiere date is now October 6th. From October 6th to October 5th at 6 p.m. Pacific, so 9 p.m. my time, with a new episode dropping every Thursday at the same time. Thursday. So, is Loki... I don't want to watch it. I really don't, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not on the Loki train. And a lot of it has to do with the Fago deaths. I really liked the first episode of Loki because they were talking about did you enjoy killing people? Did you enjoy acting like that? And there was some psychological stuff there that was a lot of fun. But then once it got into, as soon as I saw that fake death in the end of episode 4, I was like, here we go again. I'm done with this. And I was like, I don't care about the TVA anymore. I don't care. It's because it's just fake out after fake out. Nothing is of any consequence. And somehow I don't want Loki to become a thing where they're going to try to retcon his death in Endgame, because I don't want them to undermine any of the deaths in Endgame, because that was what made it impactful. And it's just like we're driving towards it getting retconned, and that's the way I feel about it. I don't want that, guys. Yeah, he was a great character. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston did a great job with him, but we gotta let it go. That's the way I feel. Stop trying to hold on for. I'm sorry, I'm yucking people's anticipations, and again, that'll be a thumbs down for a lot of people. I know it will be. It's just I don't want because I'm on the opposite side of where the MCU is. I liked Secret Invasion. I was intrigued and excited to watch where that series was going. And I don't have that for Loki. It's hard for me to articulate it without hurting people's feelings. Kiwi Kwan, does he not interest you, James? Yeah, he does. Is it enough to make me watch Loki? Maybe my attitude will change when it starts coming out and people are buzzing about it and saying, James, you got to check it out. Maybe. But as of now, I'm not really planning to do watch-alongs for it. Because as I said, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. Anyway, there's some good news. Maybe, James, you should just focus in on the good news. It's now going to be October 5th, guys, so you get a day early. A day early for the Loki fans out there who want to see this continue on. Moving on. Chris Evans agrees with Quentin Tarantino that Captain America is the star of Marvel movies, not him, says, no time soon, when asked about his MCU return. So no time soon about returning as Captain America. I was hoping that he would have a cameo in Captain America 4. I really was. And I still think that he may. Tarantino says Captain America is the star, or Thor is the star. You remember that quote? And not because they want to see Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth. Evan agrees somewhat. That was the beauty of working on Marvel films. You never really had to be front and center. Well, you did as Captain America, Evans, you did. Even in your own film sometimes, Quentin Tarantino said it recently, and I was like, he's right. The character is the star. You're there, but you don't feel the burden of it. And unfortunately, he sort of felt the bitter sting of that too, Chris Evans, because his other films, like outside of the MCU, other than like Knives Out, have they done really all that well? Because Chris Evans, it's not the draw. It's true. It's Captain America. But it's also the combination of Chris Evans as Captain America that people are going to see, because it's going to be really telling of that when Captain America 4 comes out and we see Falcon take over the mantle now, right? And how well they handle that transition for people who had not seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They'll be like, oh, well, they teased it at the end of Endgame when the older Captain America slid him the shield and stuff. So we kind of know that that's the direction it was going. But we'll see if Captain America alone, the name title, is big enough when Sam takes over that title. Is that going to be big enough for us to continue watching it? I don't know. I won't be shocked if it doesn't do as well. It'll take a little bit of time. So Anthony Mackie, sadly, guys, also is not a big enough name for a draw. Is anybody talking about Twisted Metal? Did anybody go see Synchronic for Anthony Mackie? Yeah. So it's a point well taken. And Chris Hemsworth has done good stuff outside. He hasn't tasted that bitter sting quite yet, because he's got like the Extraction franchise going on, which is really awesome. We had fun watching that. So he's beyond Thor. He's proved without a doubt. He's got more in the tank than just Thor. All right, guys, if you like this stuff, I know I kind of rub people the wrong way with the Fast 10 opinions and the Loki stuff, but if you like hearing different opinions, at least, not just the things that go with the grain, subscribe to the channel. And we do lots of stuff. We do movie reviews for things like Haunting in Venice, trailer reactions for Aquaman 2. We watch Ahsoka every Wednesday, guys. So tomorrow, Ahsoka, episode 6. Where's that going? We do get-to-know episodes where I talk about some of my favorite bands, movie reviews for Nun 2, and then, of course, we do movie news at least 2 or 3 times a week here on the channel. Mostly Mondays and Fridays, guaranteed that we'll do movie news. And depending on how much movie news we have during the week, if we've got a full show, then we'll do that as well. But come join us on Twitch, because that's where we do a lot of the fun stuff. We watched Dog Soldiers yesterday on Twitch, and that'll still be up there. If you missed us watching Dog Soldiers, actually, I was really impressed with that movie. It was good. I really enjoyed it. So by all means, Anthony Mackie says Ardglass is a very good supporting actor, but it has not had a role that puts him up front and center as a lead. He has had a few. They just haven't been... It just hasn't gotten him the big notoriety. And I think if Captain America 4 really underperforms, they're going to be like, Chris Evans, we got to have you back. I think all those characters were going to come back in Secret Wars in some way, in flashback form or some way for Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars, that we were going to get Natasha back in some kind of flashback, as long as they didn't bring them back to life. Well, we know that the Skrulls were taking over people, that they can emulate people. So there's ways around it to work it in where the deaths still were intact and meaningful, but you could still have them back in some capacity, just not as them officially, right? We'll see how it all pans out. All right, where are we at? Moving on. Sicko trailer. Sick Girl. Oh, sorry. Did I say Sicko here on my title card? Sicko trailer? Sick Girl is the name of the trailer. Yeah. Sick Girl trailer finds Nina Dobrev leading an R-rated comedy. She pretends to be seriously ill in the first trailer. Now, I do like Nina Dobrev, so I thought that we would take a look at this trailer as well. Guys, this is the kind of thing that we do over on Twitch, where I don't have to worry about copyright strikes all the time. We can just watch these trailers. So if you like doing this stuff, come join us on Twitch. Yeah, because of the music primarily. So they're having fun. 15 years later.
We don't even hang out anymore. We're barely ever together as a group.
Well, that's how it goes.
Maybe you just got a little stuck after high school.
Oh, was that girl in that other comedy this year with
cancer.
with Aquafina?
What kind of cancer do you have?
Easily curable.
Tonsil.
Red
Tonsil?
pepper.
Oh, guys, you know what? I think I have to go on this journey alone.
You don't have cancer.
Did you read my medical history? I could have cancer.
I'm sorry, do you want cancer?
Okay, so she's faking it. Fascinating. Yeah.
Friends to the end. Not that you're gonna die soon.
This cancer. Did the doctor say it was from me? We didn't know not to smoke when we were pregnant. It was a different time. I never should have taken hallucinogenics, though.
That's her mother? Hallucinogenics.
Cancer.
My friends were sleepwalking through their lives and they were forgetting about me.
Joyride. Yeah, that is one of the actresses from Joyride, right?
Never could. Yeah. We are having fun tonight. Is super crucial for speeding
Normal behavior? Partying? Getting wasted? Ending up in the drunk tank.
What's wrong with me?
If you're looking for sympathy, you're not gonna find it here.
This is what it feels like to have cancer. Bottoms up. Swallow.
Ew.
What? Why are you giving us the stank eye? We got cancer.
Yeah. Sherry Cola, right?
Cancer. You don't have to lie to mask your fear. I'm not lying.
Fibbing? This is textbook behavior.
Let's go, you bunch of hot messes.
Okay. Stop with the music, guys.
What's going on in there? I'm coming in. No, don't.
You're bald.
Well, those are some ball caps if I've ever seen them. Sick girl. Those ball caps, whatever. At least they're going for it, right? Yeah, I'd go bald too to support a friend who was going through this. Written and directed by Jennifer Cram? Is that a C? Yeah, October 20th. So that's just around the corner. Sick girl. Yeah, Nina Dobrev. Let's take a look at the IMDb. IMDb. Of course, there's a bunch of movies called Sick Girl. Is this it? Jennifer Cram. Female-driven comedy about women who feel that she and her friends have grown apart. This is a be careful what you wish for film where a simple little lie begins to tear your whole community apart. So, well, people grow up, they start families, and when you got little kids running around, you got to be, you're attached to them. Yeah, Sherry Cola. Yeah, she was in Joyride, right? Was it Joyride? Yeah, Joyride right there. Ah, she's got a bit more on her resume than I thought she would. What did you think about that trailer, guys? What are people saying about this trailer? Love it when the trailer shows the entire movie. Okay, yeah, I could see that. She's got her friends in the beginning when she's young. That's the setup. That's like the opening scene. Oh yeah, we're high school friends. People grow up. They have families. So she wants to get their friends back together. She fakes cancer. We know that. And then she has trouble convincing people to diagnose her. They go on a trip. They go out drinking. They have fun. They reminisce about their past lives that they used to have. And it's like she realizes that the lie she told her friends is she shouldn't have done that because it's disrespecting their trust, and she finds a better way through it. And she ultimately at the end says, I'm sorry guys, I lied to you. I still love you as friends, and they forgive her, and that's your movie. So I could see that. Did I just describe it too? So I have so somebody who has had cancer and just really don't know. People lie and lie all the time. Let's not make it so cute and flirty. Yeah, I can understand that perspective too. Somebody who's gone through the bald stuff, like that's sensitive, man. I can see that angle too. Considering how often people are not allowed to believe in medical care settings for their actual symptoms and health conditions, which leads to things like cancer or autoimmune conditions not being found until way later than it should be. Yet another movie about someone faking illness is unnecessary. So yeah, culturally in the States, yeah, because they don't have free healthcare there for some reason. You got to pay to go to the hospital. Yeah. Here, hey, if I'm not feeling good, I just go get checked out, and if I need to get fixed, I get fixed. That's the way that here in Canada works, and I don't get a bill for it. Broken leg, hey, you need all these screws, you need to stay in the hospital for a couple of weeks. No bill. Why would I get a bill for? I need an X-ray, need an MRI, no problem. Sorry to gloat. That went on a weird tangent. I'm not trying to be a holier than thou kind of person. Anyway, that's the way that these comments kind of come off. So I don't know if this sick girl is going to resonate as well as some people think that it will. October 20th. Yeah. Sick girl. Whoops, sorry guys. Fascinating. All right. What's next? Butcher's Crossing. Let's get back to some Nicolas Cage. Yeah. Butcher's Crossing was a movie that was supposed to come out last year. And now it's getting a bigger formal release now. A frontier epic about Ivy League dropout as he travels to Colorado wilderness, where he joins a team of buffalo hunters on a journey that puts his life and sanity at risk, based on highly acclaimed novel by John Williams, starring Nicolas Cage as Miller and Xander Berkeley. I heard about this movie. This is a movie where, I remember like a year and a half ago, Nicolas Cage talking about this movie where he rode a horse in this movie, and the horse did not like him. It kicked him off a couple times from what I heard. So I'm curious about this trailer for Butcher's Crossing. Yeah, it was filmed in Alberta, from what I understand. So, again, let's check this out. Oops. That's beautiful.
Dear Father, I decided to leave Harvard and travel west.
Oh, okay. So Nicolas Cage is not the guy that leaves
in my
Harvard.
life.
What can I do for you?
I would like to go on a hunt.
This will be one of the biggest hauls anyone has ever seen.
Cool. Looks like it's great locations, right?
So you're a God-fearing man yourself.
Why fear God?
You don't know. You'll see.
Nicolas Cage.
Miller, there's no sense shooting more than we can skin.
I like that. No point in shooting more than we can skin.
Or I'll shoot you.
That's what Caucasians did.
What are we still doing out here?
I'm out here to hunt buffalo. Haul back their hides. And sell them.
And sell them. So he's crazy.
When we're done, we'll sure have something to show for them.
You better start running, 'cause it's gonna come down.
Huh. Yeah, the many faces of Nicolas Cage. It's like, look at the contrast of that from from that weird dream movie that we started off with, and then this. Like you get the impressions right off the bat that there's something weird about his character. There's something off, and you get that just from the way that he looks. And he's like, cool, man. All right, let's see what people are saying. The man, the myth, the cage. I can't believe. I can't help but to love every movie the guy is part of. So you got the Nicolas Cage fans there. Even when the movie objectively is trash, if Nicolas Cage is in it, it's going to be a guaranteed good time. Yeah, and I'll say that even about Willy's Wonderland, where he's, the night custodian and the animatronics come alive and try to kill him. It's and where he doesn't speak a line of dialogue. He still makes it entertaining enough with what he's doing with his face and his... Yeah, it's just, he's able to transform. Like, okay, well, I'm going to be fully bald in this one with a big beard. And it's like, okay. Wow. I'm intrigued by this. Finally, Nick accepted himself. Bald looks good on him. Yeah. This looks like a hell of a performance for Nick Cage. The man has become a bit of a meme of himself in recent years, but he always has been a talented actor. And movies are back. Yeah. Dude is a machine, keeps putting out film after film. He will not go down without a fight. Well, he did have some money problems, so he did star in a lot of those smaller movies, like Willy's Wonderland and this too. But we know Nicolas Cage is, whenever he signs up for it, even a small thing, the one thing that I've been echoing here is this. He always brings it. He always does his work. And he always tries to push that envelope of, am I going too far with this? Or, and in the past he has. And that's created great Nicolas Cage isms that we all familiar with. Like if it's him running down a hallway trying to kill his, or, boozing up, he looks so different here, right? That's the power of Nicolas Cage. And I don't mind highlighting that today on the show. Because he does, his work ethic is pretty good too. So, Butcher's Crossing, guys, what did you think about that trailer? Let me know in the comments. Let's go over to the IMDb here and see who's the main character then. Fred Hechinger or Hetchinger. He's the guy from Harvard, right? Or the school there. What else has he been in? Nothing. Whoops. Click the wrong one. Oh, was he in Pale Blue Eye? I like Pale Blue Eye a lot. But that was mostly because of Christian Bale. Hell of a Summer, Pale Blue Eye. Okay, so he was in Pale Blue Eye. Pam and Tommy, White Lotus, Fear Street. Oh, he was in the Fear Street movies. Was he the guy that... he was that guy, right? Who wore the torn up shirt and... who is that? That looks a little bit like... I don't know who that is. Who is that? Sydney Sweeney. Okay, no, that's not who I was thinking of. White Lotus. Sasquatch, huh? Yeah. I do like Sasquatch. Anyway, I'd watch Butcher's Crossing as a double feature with Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah. Yeah, what did we get a release date for Butcher's Crossing? October 10th, did it say? Or what did it say? Close up the Sasquatch, James. Get away from that. Doesn't say there. Doesn't say there. Huh. It's got to be soon, though, if they put out the trailer. I thought it was October. Let me just see if I can find that. Yeah, it did come out in 2022. October 20th. Sorry, October 20th. It premiered at Toronto International Film Festival in 2022. Okay. So October 20th. Keep my eye out for that. Butcher's Crossing. All right. Some more comments here. James, do you know who they will do Willy's Wonderland 2 with Nicolas Cage and reprise his role for a sequel? They probably not, because there's too much buzz around Five Nights at Freddy's, which is basically the same concept, except he'll be able to talk. Josh Hutcherson. I don't think, and nobody really talked about Willy's Wonderland. It wasn't that good of a film. In all seriousness, it was just curious to see Nicolas Cage in a role where he doesn't talk, and he drinks a lot of those energy drinks. to get the caffeine to get through the night shift. All right, Sound of Freedom. I wanted to pull this article. This was up on a couple of trades today. Sound of Freedom subject Tim Ballard exited a trafficking organization following misconduct allegations. So it was based on a real story, guys. The Sound of Freedom. Jim Caviezel, funded by a very right-wing organization from the States. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't watch it, because it was taken from that perspective. I wanted to watch it because it did have Mira Sorvino in it, and I know that Jim Caviezel's a good actor, but it's going to be taken from a certain political angle that just doesn't sit well for me. And then, of course, because of that, if you don't know, I hate to say this, guys, but the right-wing side in the States, they're not well known for doing their due diligence when it comes to research into who are you putting up on a platform and championing. And if this is one of the cases that the movie Sound of Freedom, which was a box office success, it was, that this was the actual conduct of the guy that it was based on. That's why I never watched American Sniper either, from Bradley Cooper and Clint Eastwood, who directed. It's because the guy that it was based on was not a good dude. And people say, well, James, he was part of the military. He can't say that. He's a hero. But just do your research. Find out a little bit about the guy's past. That's all I'm saying. And yes, it's noble to serve in the military. But what happened with the sniper guy, he defamed another guy that was in the military, who I also respect, Jesse Ventura. So, yeah. Things like this happen. I'm not saying that it should take away from your enjoyment if you enjoyed Sound of Freedom, if you don't care to know all the behind the scenes stuff. But as movie fans, you see a story like this, and I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. So we'll move on. Let's go on to some hit or miss. This is where if it's a hit, we'll talk about it. If it's a miss, we'll move on. And we'll talk about X. We'll talk about Twitter. Are we going to have to start paying for it now? Elon Musk suggests he will charge all X/Twitter users a fee to be on the platform. Well, I'll tell you this. If you start charging that, I'm off. And I'll have no problem. In fact, I already got rid of my Twitter symbol here for the Twitch symbol. Because I think you can see it now, right? The horizon line for Twitter. I don't expect it to be turned around. Again, he says that he doesn't have any political views on this and stuff, but it's so peppered in there. And when we go to the Twitterverse, you'll see that it's become a cesspool. Not that it wasn't to begin with, but every day you open up your notifications and it's like bots following you. What is that? You said you were going to get rid of all the bots, Elon, and it's just been flooded more and more. So would you pay for X? No, I would not. And I would encourage other people to not. And that'll just, again, push away all the advertisers that'll be like, oh, if people aren't going to be on it, then I'm not going to bother paying to advertise on your site. It's the recipe for disaster. And people still champion him as some big genius. But he's got billions of dollars, James. That means he's automatically qualified as a genius. You don't have $1 billion, so you're not a genius. Does being intelligent have to do with anything about having the ability to be born into money? Yeah. It's not as if he started with nothing. Anyway, moving on. Bill Maher said that he was going to start it back with his talk show, but now it's delayed. Real time, citing strike negotiations. Yeah, so we heard last week that both him and Drew Barrymore were going to come back in some capacity, but now, no, he's decided to stop the clock on his return. Again, his show, and like Drew Barrymore's and the daytime talk shows, the big part of their shows is the interviews, who he's talking to. But the backlash, too much for some people, so he's delaying that. Again, he's talking about politics in the States. He talks about politics that gets people's feathers ruffled. All right. So no big deal there, whatever. I thought we would end out with the Twitter stuff, which would be fun. But let me just take a look at it at a glance here. I think we pretty much covered everything for today. And we were running a little bit over. I started late. I started 4 minutes late, so we're not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to see if there's anything that jumps off the page at me, fellow travelers. Dream Scenario. Yeah, we watched that trailer. Netflix released bloopers. No, we don't need that. Michael Cera on Dream Scenario. November 10th. 12 years ago, Really, that was 12 years ago? That doesn't feel like it. I like Kat Dennings. She hasn't really broken through yet. Who was it? It was a Beth Beer? Is that her who played the blonde? It was charming. I don't know how they stretched that out into so many seasons. It was a charming idea, but yeah. Lily Gladstone and Leonardo DiCaprio. Cool. All right, James, why is that not working? I like the black and white. And it's their dynamic that's going to pay off for Killers of the Flower Moon, right? You know there's going to be lots in there. Leo. I like the contrast of the darkness of the one side of his face. That's the one thing about the black and white photograph, is that you can light things differently. And a lot of that has to do with the color of what of your clothes are too. Because colors obviously don't show up, but the reflective power of the colors do change. And that's why I wear all black shirts on the show most of the time, guys, is because if I were to wear a white shirt now, it would glare too much and I would have to change the color settings. It would be too washed out. It would just pop too much. Although maybe not now that I got a better lens. I should try maybe wearing white again. Let me see. Oh yeah, you can see it automatically right now. Even as I put it on over. It's loud, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Good pictures though. I'll give that the old thumb heart symbol for as long as Twitch will allow me. Yeah, so she was wearing colors there. That's a good photo, profile photo. I am starting to get hyped for this though. Killers of the Flower Moon. I wasn't at first. And a lot of that had to do with the run time. It being like 4 hours or something. It's like, for God's sakes. TMNT Mutant Mayhem is now streaming on Paramount Plus. Good to know. Trailer for Dream Scenario. Till Death Do Us Part. 33 years ago, Goodfellas. Ooh, really? 33 years ago. Goodfellas. Epic movie. I know that's a movie that a lot of people will say is Scorsese's best. I really like it. I don't think it's his best, though. I still think Shutter Island is so haunting, and it's so well crafted. I also like. I think I actually prefer Casino over Goodfellas. James, Seriously. Yeah, a lot of unpopular opinions out there. Chris Evans for GQ magazine. Okay, if you like Chris Evans and you like GQ, there he is. White takes on the color scheme around you. Yeah, it does. Well, and here's the thing too: is that these are not really all that pinkish color. They're not, but it's just it resonates off the blue chair in a certain way. Taylor Swift was spotted at dinner with Greta Gerwig. Well, I said this, and I've been saying it for a while. Greta Gerwig directed Barbie. And if you want to guarantee that Barbie 2, which is going to be made, guys, because when you make $1 billion movie, studios will be like, I want more, I want more. You want Barbie 2 to make $1 billion? Put Taylor in it. We just talked about Taylor today on the show. She can act. She can act. Taylor Swift as rock star Barbie. Bring it, man. You're just printing money. Anne Hathaway reveals her favorite songs at the moment. Vampire, Break My Soul by Beyonce, and Anti-Hero by Taylor. Okay. Happy birthday to Rachel Sennott. Oh, yeah, that, right. She's in Bottoms, right? Maybe I will go see Bottoms. Why is she sucking on that, like, Jury from Street Fighter 6? Jury from Street Fighter 6 has got, like, a lollipop that she sucks on whenever she beats you up. Damn that Jury. I'm going to kick her. Oh, she's tough. She's a very tough opponent. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Happy birthday to Rachel Sennott. Or Sennott, however you pronounce it. Funny Girl, Streisand. So just a bunch of praise here. Barry Keoghan for Burberry. I think it must be his eyes, right? His eyes. There's something about his eyes that just like draw people in. I don't know. Because they're light bluish. What's your favorite biopic performance? Ooh, that's a good question. Biopic performance. Val Kilmer was really good as Jim Morrison. Biopic. Andrew Garfield for The Social Network. People are saying there on the side. Yeah. Andrew Garfield was good. Denzel for Malcolm X. Christian Bale for Ford v Ferrari. Oppenheimer. Oh, yeah, Oppenheimer. Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer for this year. Stellar. That I think he's going to win on the Oscar for that. The more and more I think about it. Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know. DiCaprio for Aviator. No. Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding? No, I don't know. Taron Egerton as Elton John? That was a good one, too. That's a good pick. Sorry, guys, if you can't see on the side here. He did a really good job as Rocket Man. In Rocket Man, yeah. Tick, tick, boom. Charlize as the serial killer. Joaquin Phoenix, Walk the Line, yeah. As Johnny Cash. Some good picks. What do you guys think? What's your favorite for biopics? Robert Downey is Chaplin. Natalie Portman is no, I didn't like Jackie. Jackie was the pacing of it was really hard to watch. Angela Bassett as Tina Turner. That one was good. Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl in Rush. Yeah. That one was good. Daniel Bruhl was really good in Rush. I still think about some of the lines. Nick Lauda, yeah, that's who he was. In that Le Mans sequence where he's like, no, we're not racing out here in this stuff or whatever. Yeah, that was really good. Anyway, 75th Emmy Awards, Elemental. Okay, so Austin Butler and Ashley Teasdale, a newly shared photo. John Wick Chapter 4 is now streaming on Stars. Stars, is it? Let's go over to wikis. Let's go over to Stars. Or no, I have Stars. Sorry, I don't have Stars. I have Star. All right. All right, guys, I think that's mostly all right now. We were thinking about maybe doing a movie again this afternoon. I don't know. Yeah, jury sucks a lot of lollipops. James needs to address the balance. Yeah, I'd love to have a go for Rami Malek at Bohemian Rhapsody or Chris Hemsworth as James Hunt. Yeah. All good picks. Are you a fan of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, James? There's a returning show for no Kitchen Nightmares. Oh yeah, that is coming back. The new American season is coming for that. I do like that show. Out of the Ramsay shows though that I watch Hell's Kitchen. That's my favorite because you actually see people in the kitchen working and stuff like that, which just reminds me of the time that I used to do all that stuff. So that was fun. All right, one final thing here, guys. 10 best movies on Tubi to watch right now. If there's a good one in here, then maybe we'll watch it this afternoon, or we'll just play games. Actually, it's Tuesday. I got to open up my Great Vault on World of Warcraft. Moonstruck. God, Cher was a very stunning one. Like, if you didn't you didn't find that she was attractive, she still has like a stunning visage, right? I thought, I just didn't like the fact that she went through all that plastic surgery because she can barely move her face now, but she was stunning. Talking about Nicolas Cage, it's the Nicolas Cage type of day, right? Young Nicolas Cage. The Nightingale. Jennifer Kent's Nightingale. Huh. Have I seen that? Sounds familiar. An Irish convict working for a colonizing military force, who after a series of violent incidents sees Claire's family ripped apart from her. An intense desire for her revenge sees her take matters into her own hands, with some assistance provided by an Aboriginal man named Billy. Huh. Threads. Threads is not your typical horror movie. That image there looks familiar. Aside from one of the bleak horror films ever made, Threads also works as a terrifying example of what a real nuclear war would look like. Huh. That one's got my curiosity. $1984? What the heck? Give me the movie. Was it a TV movie? Threads? The effects of a nuclear holocaust on the class city of Sheffield. Is that what that is? Huh. Okay. Metropolis. Yeah, that's that old one. 1927. No, that's not going to be the one that Francis Ford Coppola is trying to reboot. Or it's not reboot. He's making, right? It's not based on that. At Eternity's Gate, yeah. Willem Dafoe playing Van Gogh at the time where he cuts off his ear, which a lot of people are. I think it's consensus now that he cut off his ear because he was getting lead poisoning from licking paintbrushes or something. Like he would put the paintbrush in his mouth or something while he was painting. Like he would put one in that he was working with, and then to hold it, he would put it in his mouth, and that lead was eventually poisoning him to the point of hallucinations. Plus, he just wouldn't stop working, so he would. Yeah, I think that's what that movie was about, wasn't it? Or, Burning, 2018. In the Heat of the Night. American Graffiti, George Lucas. That's on Tubi, huh? Ghost World. Ooh, Scarlett Johansson and Thora Birch. Very young Scarlett Johansson, 2001. Based on a comic book, right? Bronson. Yeah, if you, this is the movie that won over a lot of people to Tom Hardy, where he just goes to this weird, crazy level. Tom Hardy, yeah, Bronson. 10 of the saddest movies on Tubi right now, huh? Saddest movies, huh? Mary and Max, claymation, stop motion, huh? We need to talk about Kevin, 2011. Tilda Swinton and John C. Reilly. It has Ezra Miller in it, so we'll skip that one. The Color Purple. Yeah, that one's getting turned into a musical. I never watched that one, actually. Spielberg. Whoopi. Big cast. Paths of Glory. Kubrick. Wait a minute, is that Kubrick? No. Kirk Douglas. Melancholia, 2011. Yeah, that one, if you want to see Kirsten Dunst, a lot of her, then you want to watch that one. I never got into it, though. It was drab. And it was a slow burn from what I remember, right? Christine, 2016. Not Christine based on the Car movie with Stephen King. Rebecca Hall, a television reporter out of Florida. Huh. Fascinating. Hotel Rwanda, yeah. And that one's sad. Lady Vengeance. Park Chan-wook's Vengeance trilogy. When the Wind Blows, 1986. World War II, Pink Floyd. The Hunt, 2012, with Mads Mikkelsen. The Hunt. Huh. Not The Hunt that came out a while ago with Hilary Swank. Not that one. Different one. There's so many movies with The Hunt. Fascinating. Nothing really jumps out the page there, but we'll figure out something. Oh, yeah. We're doing World of Warcraft because I've got to open up my Great Vault for this week because it's the reset week, guys. 1 p.m. we'll be doing that. It's time for breakfast. Man, we've been going for, what, an hour and 24 minutes, but that's fine. That's the way that it rolls here. When the Wind Blows is a lovely movie, but so sad. I'll have to check it out. I'm just not in the mood right now for a depressing movie. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. I don't know. I'll have to see. All right, guys. That's it for me today. Come join us tomorrow for Ahsoka Episode 6. And we'll get through that for sure. All right. See you guys next time on Mirror Domains.